Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Victory at Sea Pacific, episode number 5. Just a comment, I think I'm going to try to move a little bit faster, because I was moving faster in my own campaign. I need to be okay with going a little bit, like, going up to 200x speed if there's nothing going on. In this episode, it looks like we'll be doing the destroyer combat versus the submarines, which is pretty fun. That'll be exciting. And then we'll also, I think, get to the invasion of the Marshall Islands. So I've kind of committed now in my head. Once we take out... Okay, so partially committed. Basically, when I say committed, I mean that I've committed to the possibility of invading the Marshall Islands as Task Force 17's plan, not their plan to invade Tarawa. Task Force 17 is basically going to at least raid Marshall Islands and then return to Giant's Islands for repair and resupply, where they will meet up with perhaps the Saratoga. We'll need to get a second carrier to join them, because one carrier on its own, I just feel like I want to move in at least pairs of carriers. So we'll eventually want to get another carrier even built at San Diego to join the Yorktown, basically. So anyways, let's go ahead and get to this destroyer combat, which is ongoing currently. Okay, so we'll just speed up time then until we get into range, and we know that we've damaged one of them. Do we have is this... those... Oh, enemy fleet destroyed near the Marshall Islands. Okay, good. So let me actually pan away here for a moment just to see how many dive bombers did we lose in that? 0. Perfect. So maybe I shouldn't be paying attention. Maybe we should just let the strategic map do it. You know, it's always fun when I think actually this game does a really good job of not favoring either strategic or tactical. Like when I micromanage, sometimes I have better results, but in this case we can see that the perfect result was to let the computer do it itself. And that kind of like, look, please stop. You're not going to help. You don't have ASW equipment, and they're going to stay diving. So the ASW... go back and resupply. Yes, that's good. And once we get some ASW back, probably I should just buy some more ASW planes. Like, what are these B-17s going to do? Fantastic question. In fact, nothing. What I can do is actually, looks like we have some Catalina's already in the hangar waiting. Let's go ahead and swap these out. I'll keep them. They're pretty expensive, and we will get the Liberator, which is better eventually. The one bad thing, I actually complained about this when I was doing my personal playthrough. The B-17's effective window ceiling, service ceiling, is 10,800, and I looked up the zeros. As far as we can tell, it was 10,000 meters. So this had like a 33,000 or so for its service ceiling, which I guess is probably what 10,800 is, 851. And the zero had a service ceiling of... Oh no, wait, this is like 35,000 or something, because 10,000 meters should be like 33,000 feet. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, from the references I looked up, the B-17 should have a higher service ceiling than the zeros. I don't know if that's exactly true. Maybe it's like close enough that they don't think it's a big thing, because I wanted to fly some B-17s on reconnaissance missions at very high altitude, but they don't succeed at this. Furthermore, what's worse is the B-17, although it's very capable of defending itself, look, if it's like one-on-one with a fighter, the B-17 will win. It's weird to say, but it's just so tough, so durable, and there's so many different machine gun locations that if you were able to actually eliminate a machine gun place, it doesn't even create necessarily a blind spot. Depends on which one you're... Okay. Point is, these things get shot down by a single squadron of enemy fighters, 4 of them, just immediately. There's like no... I've never seen them take down an enemy zero, which seems not true. I mean, historically, the B-17 could acquit itself well, defending itself against enemy fighters, both in Europe and in the Pacific. So, I don't really know about the... basically, the B-17 is very heavily nerfed from what it historically would have been, in my opinion. So I won't be using it as much as if it was holding true to history and probably this is for game balance reasons or something. But it has a higher service ceiling than the Zero from what I could tell, but you cannot use it in this capacity. So it's basically useless because it's slower than the Liberator. It can fly higher than the Liberator, the B-24, but since that's not high enough to get it out of harm's way, that's a useless statistic. So the B-24 is faster and longer range, I believe. So it becomes just an all-around better bomber, and we'll get that unlocked. I don't know, it'd be nice to see, I don't know, maybe, would it be nice to see? Maybe it's nice that it's obscured, that we don't know what's going on. Anyways, oh god, get back to the fight here. Oh, yep, we detected already. Good, 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 good. So let's get them all to move that way, actually. I want them to stay in a line, and why is that? So that if a torpedo is heading at 1, it misses all of them at the same time. Now, I'm going to have to be on my toes here. We'll slow down to 1x very soon. And they will all break formation. Okay, that's the wounded one, which should be in the middle. Yeah, so we're going to move them all this way. You can stay heading that way. At any moment, I'm expecting a torpedo. There it is. Okay, so we'll just veer off. Looks like we're going to be okay. Just veer off with all of them. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. It's going to miss us port side. Torpedoes nearby. We are evading. It's going to miss all of our fleet. Good. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Let's veer hard to port for this one. Yeah, good. We're going to have to start zigzagging. We don't know where their torpedoes are going to come from at this point, but what was that? Okay, good. We're just perfect timing to zigzag. They're probably firing torpedoes and then running deep. But we have them. Switch back. Switch back. This guy's lining up a shot, which makes me a little bit nervous. Actually, I think we can outrun it though. Let's try to get this angle. Wait, okay, it's fine. Alright, give me tone. Which direction are you facing? Uh-oh. I saw that. Actually, I can't tell what's the better option here. This is a pretty well oh yeah, keep going. Very well fired torpedo. Did not give me a lot of options to evade. We were able to do it. Okay, so now we want, they're probably going to try to disappear. Yeah, come back this way, and we will prepare launch depth charges on the target. Launch. Okay, that's that. Let's see how our torpedoes are, the other torpedoes are doing. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any other torpedoes. Whole bunch going out. Let's veer. Actually, let's just stay on course. Okay. We got him. Crippled, light guns damage. Great. Swing this way. Let's take that one. Oh, wow. Okay, good. That missed us. That's lucky. I think we have a kill on that one. Okay, this is one we want next. Turn. And you are already turning to head right over one. Let's switch back. I don't know if it's better to go top down or not. Probably better for aiming, but makes me a little more nervous I don't feel like I have as good of control. Oh, we can actually hear the sirens wailing. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Turn hard to avoid that. This is not looking good for this submarine. We're going to give up on getting that one just so I can make sure I get this one. Oh my god, system unmanned. Okay, so we need to keep this pause, go to fleet, and everyone should go to even crew distribution. We didn't have the ability to fire because they aren't manning the darn compartment, which is hilarious. What the hell? Attack! What the hell's going on with this group? Man the damn stations! You fools! Okay, let's just go to fleet itself. Let me see if I can manually do this. Okay, fleet. Oh, did I do this? I should do for everyone. There we go. This destroyer actually took damage from a submarine that's surfaced, which is bizarre. It just should not be happening, right? Now, I believe we have the ability to fire. We do. Okay, fantastic. Make short work of that. Make short work of this. Got him. Attack. Okay. Attack. Woo! Attack. Good. Avoid that. Don't swing your nose too wide, or your tail too wide. We're coming right at that one. Boy, wow. A wild little fight here. These are very maneuverable ships. I'm not surprised that we aren't going to be hit by anything. One has a torpedo passing nearby. That's fine. I think we will focus on getting this one next. This one's just going to have all kinds of problems. Are we able to fire? We're reloading? Yeah, we're reloading on all that. Okay, let's see what this is actually doing. Okay, it's perpendicular to me. That's perfect. Run her over. Oh god. We launched torpedoes at a submarine. Wonderful. Oh, they're gonna hit too. Oh, they are gonna hit. What? The hell are you doing? No, we don't care about you. We care about you are the one we need to get. Okay, so she's perpendicular. Got her. Got her. Catastrophic explosion. That sounds less than good for them. Okay, so we know we have sank 3 of them, I believe. There's one remaining, and you are pointing to it. No, you are actually pointing to the one which is already sinking. The one that's left is like behind this Hopkins. So let's get everyone to move this direction. Just have the... Oh, there they are. Okay. She is launching torpedoes. Is gonna miss everyone. I see her. Somebody else is... Holy cow. Oh dear. Holy cow, that's a different one, I believe. Woof. Got someone else in the water. We've definitely sank 3, but maybe we only sank 3 and not 4. Thought we had sank 4, but maybe not, maybe not. Yeah, run this guy over now. Gotta do it like this so I can actually pay attention to the rest of the fleet. Good thing I was looking at that marker. Okay, she's going, but that's fine. She's a goner. She's a goner. Got her. Alright, one left. There's one in the water still remaining. Somewhere over here. I don't know where, but she's somewhere. I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there she is. We got her. Probably don't even need this last one, but here we go. Just belay your attack orders. Let's do this my way, which is hopefully not the stupid way. The way where you don't get yourself killed. How about that? Okay, this is going to be close. I think they're trying to bring themselves line up for a shot. They are definitely trying to do that. Aha, they missed. They missed their opportunity. Okay, let's do this without running into each other. So let's have the southward decrease speed and turn. And the long, keep going straight for a little bit longer. No pun intended. And then turn in a little bit late. Okay, turn in. We don't want to lose her. We got her. We got him! Alright. That was some good excitement. Just what I needed to start off this episode. Fantastic. Look over and make sure I'm recording. Okay, now you guys just head back this way. Pearl Harbor, I mean, you can see it's damaged. It's still, the port's still being repaired. So Task Force 3, go back and repair and resupply. Well, that was a really exciting beginning of the episode. And it goes to show you that, oh, and we actually need to go back to fleet. You need to really make sure you micromanage your morale. You know, basically it should be anybody getting close to combat, we should turn them back to normal mode, but everyone else should be operating in like the smiley face mode. Can't tell you how I'm still very nervous about enemy fleets nearby. So we'll keep fanning out aircraft. In fact, I probably should start launching fighters. The fighters can pick off the scout aircraft that the Marshall Islands have anyway. So that's, they serve a dual purpose. Now, you guys actually shouldn't go there because Carrier Task Force Able is going there. Hit and run. Where do we want to hit and run? I don't know. Well, they technically could get to the Gilbert Islands faster. This one's going 30 knots, they're going 39 knots. They might actually reach Wake Island before. We could just go deep and start invading other territory. I mean, not invading, but just scouting, and it gives us experience, it gives us war bonds. Yeah, okay, this is what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to have these guys... Yeah, Man, I think the Marshall Islands is a good idea. I think, you know, these guys are going to move to Marshall Islands. It makes sense. We won't invade. I don't know if we'll invade Marshall Islands, but we will raid it this time, scout and raid. And then after that, we will send the Portland class group over to either invade or to just to resupply before they go on another mission. Okay. Speed up time. And I'll just take a drink here. Slowly let things happen. Oh my god. We forgot about these guys. Alright, swap these guys out. And let's get these dive bombers to do their thing. Pretty close. All we need to do is, I think, eliminate one cruiser. We should be okay. They obviously will just prioritize one cruiser because they're only one formation. Oh! I need these guys back. Come home. Do not launch combat aircraft. I can get my B-17 to help there as well. It's still going to be a ways off. Oh, we will... okay, look. we are going to shoot down your airplane. And you know what? Because I'm launching one, let's go ahead and launch some additional scouts. I prefer to use my fighters for scouts. They don't have the range of the dive bombers, but in my opinion, the dive bombers are more valuable. Let's just do a real full search before we get to the Marshall Islands here, and don't want to get caught with our pants down. Someone like exactly all the way through so we don't get caught by surprise an enemy fleet on the other side of the Marshall Islands. Excuse me. Let's have some water. This is exciting. We're getting close. Getting close to our invasion point. This is the next big moment. If we can take out one of these cruisers or not. I think. I mean, we're kind of paying attention to two things at the same time here. That was a lot of fleet in that. Oh, wait. I think you're supposed to attack that, not scout. So go do that. We have some others. Maybe that guy was supposed to go through. So let's send somebody else through instead. We have another one. We have somebody going this way, that way, that way, that way. I see kind of a break in the line over here, so let's send somebody that way as well. If I have anybody left, you know where I ought to send somebody else is kind of like slightly angled to the other direction. Yep, got one more. Slightly angled this way, maybe. Good. Alright. That's good scouting. These guys are just about to get to their target. Let's watch them. First of all, I kind of want to know what kind of light cruisers we're up against here. Good. Okay, so we have the Kiso and the Tama. They look like sister cruisers. Light cruisers for sure. Which means they probably have a pretty fair amount of anti-aircraft. You can see some torpedoes in those bays. Torpedo launchers. I never much liked this configuration of guns. This is, what do they call it? The is it the sea turret configuration? Anyway, we'll watch this one happen. I probably could have also watched the spotter get shot down by my fighters, but I think this is more entertaining. These guys might miss. Hopefully not. If they miss and they get away, we probably will be able to send another attack Probably will have a chance for one more bombardment. So yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. They got away without losing anyone, which is great. So we'll send them back out as soon as they finish resupplying, which should be pretty quick. This fan is a little bit too narrow. Let's do something like this. Like that. That's pretty good. These guys successfully eliminated the scout plane at Marshall Islands. It's going to keep them from knowing exactly what's here, but hey, they already know exactly what's here because the convoy already spotted us. Excuse me, let me adjust the microphone real fast. Here we go. Okay, well, we're just waiting on that action. These guys are going back to repair. We want all our ASW back in Pearl Harbor. Oh, okay. Ooh. Look at that. Oh, this is beautiful. So our huge, like, major air reconnaissance mission, the big sweep in all angles, has revealed 4 enemy cruisers to our northeast. This was critical. That's very threatening to 1 cruiser and 1 carrier, and exactly why I'd like to have Task Force 17 back in a different formation. So they have, what do they have here? Oh, and this is not a light cruiser. Those are at least 8-inch guns. So at least the match of the Louisville. At least the match. And there's 2 of them. This looks like, I'm just guessing this is like the Otago and her sister ships. We haven't gotten any names on them yet, I don't think. They're just called Fleet, but I'm guessing this is all the Otago class ships. So that is going to be interesting. Holy cow. Okay, well, this is certainly a good use for our dive bombers. Although, it might also be a good use for our torpedo bombers. I don't think that they have equipped, like, heavy... I don't know. Okay, let's unpause. Just slowly move. I don't know how we're going to deal with this. They all did spins real fast. I don't know why. When you're moving from strategic to tactical maps and back and forth, some weird stuff does happen. Well, I mean, this is a big threat, so I'm going to send out my torpedo bombers quickly. Pretty quickly. And then I'll probably send out my dive bombers right after that. The dive bombers, if I'm not mistaken, are slower or faster. No, 222 faster, right? 170. Yeah. So dive bombers go 222 knots. These go 180. Yeah. So we can send out the torpedo bombers first, and you know what? Time to get them going. Actually, it's not quite time because they're moving in. They're outside the range, but I want more time on target, so we'll delay that a little bit. I'd rather use the torpedo bombers against battleships, stuff like that, but look, even if they can just eliminate 1 cruiser, it's 1 less for my dive bombers to have to take care of. And I think that's an important difference. 1 less heavy cruisers shooting at my dive bombers after they finish their dive bomb, their attack run. Still not in range. We're waiting. It shows you the difference in speeds. I mean, this just the aircraft move so quickly in their runs. Like, this guy's gonna get back on target a second time before we even launch our dive bombers. I mean, our torpedo bombers. They're just going to do the same thing. I'll let this one go at the strategic map. See if they lose anybody. Dive bomb, and still 2 cruisers left. Oh, they did some damage this time. Okay, well that's good. We'll probably send them back out again. And they're now in range. And we have 2 torpedo boats and a 5 cargo ship fleet. Oh, wow. Okay, wow, we've got a lot of options here. Holy cow. Okay, so how do we deal with this? I think we're going to launch dive bombers at... Oh, you know what? That's what we'll do. Okay, so this group is going to get away. We're going to launch our torpedo bombers now. Okay, launch them, and then after they're done, we'll launch dive bombers against that. I really don't want them, I really want to sink them. Do not want them. I think sinking the Japanese escorts, not escorts, but convoys, is critical. I think, I'm not sure because I haven't played as the Japanese, and we will. But I think it could be one very effective way to starve the enemy. Okay. No, no, no. Why is it just 2 torpedo bombers? What? It should be everyone. Yeah, now it's everyone. So this is a little bit weird. We do not want the torpedo bombers going in detail. We definitely want them to be one consolidated force. And you know what? I probably should be sending out scouts from my carrier task force as well. They do have radar, advanced radar even, which would save me, but it's probably better as like an emergency, not as a unexpected. So this is gonna get away if I don't send dive bombers at it. I really want the oil tanker, if nothing else. And they're in range, and you know what? We're just going to do it. All my dive bombers are going to go, and this is kind of crazy, right? Because we have 4 cruisers in sight. But hopefully there's a method to my madness here. I believe that we'll get this dive bomber group back in time to finish off whatever cruisers are not eliminated by my group of torpedo bombers. There we go, 10 torpedo bombers in this group, that's much better. So many different flights that we have a huge scrolling window here. That's a lot better, getting them all on together. So I expect to see these guys all queued. This is good. It is nighttime, but I think that they'll actually arrive there in the morning. So the time is not quite accurate. I mean, these aircraft would be launched probably by noon in order to hit them before dusk. Are they all up? Are you all up? So can we merge these two? No. You can kind of merge them just by letting them catch up to each other. So we have, how many is this? 3, 2, 3, 2. That's 10. Yep, so there it is. So we have 5 groups in two different formations right now. I'll probably do some mixing and matching. Maybe what I'll do is just get this guy to join. I guess we'll just do that. So they're all on target for now. Okay, and let him join with the rest. And there they go, off to bomb this cargo group. And we need to send this guy out again. Keep going. Actually, I need to get this guy out. Yep, it's in range. Get a move on. So pretty good. So I mean, this happened in the last game. I've only done one test game, and this happened. Kind of makes sense to have some kind of defensive forces, B-17s in position to help out near Kamchatka, but I guess the AI might be just like scripted to do that. All these returning. All right, here we go. This is the big one though, and I don't know if we have time to get to it in this episode. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, what the hell are you doing? You're taking fire. I don't know what they're doing. They're actually slightly damaged, but not... I guess that's weird. Do they actually take hit points for individual aircraft? Huh. Probably could have been handled better. Why are you guys doing this? I don't know. Once you gain some elevation, God, whatever. Alright, you made it anyway. So go back and land. And we will probably call this episode to a close here when we, before we get to the actual dive bombing run. Whew! That's going to be an intense... I'm expecting we will lose a lot of dive bombers, but this is a good cause for them. This is like not just a convoy fleet. This is something which we need to actually protect our carriers. In the meantime, I guess we have to keep going this way because otherwise we're not sure if these guys will make it back. So let me just quickly see how close we are to targets. Oh god, we are a bit close. Yep. So let's call this episode to a close here before anything wonky happens by getting any closer. Thanks for watching and look forward to the next one where we begin our dive bomb on... Oh, we can actually find out what kind of cruisers we're up against. Aha, it's not the Otago class. We have here the Aoba, the Furutaka, the Keiko, and the Kinugasa. Well, in my opinion, it's as threatening as having an Otago class group of cruisers. I mean, this is just... In a shooting fight, we lose. And that's why we're hopefully not going to let it get to that. That's what our dive bombers are for. But until that happens in the next episode, thanks for watching and take care.